Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over some price action on GBP USD. Some lovely buy positions that occurred in July. Now before we get into the video, make sure you check the links in the description for my free Discord group where I share my signals, all the trades that I'm taking every day, daily market analysis, entry areas, key levels, points of interest, and much more. We've got about 30 members in there at the moment, 35 members. And I'm going to be closing off soon, so get in while you can. And yeah, let's get into the video. So on GU, as you can see here, we've got a clear bullish trend on this time frame. At this moment in time, you can see we have high, low, and high. So we should really be hunting buys in this scenario, especially now that we've pulled back, as you can see on this time frame, into discount pricing below the equilibrium of the range, as well as we are currently trading within a 4-hour bullish order block. So this is our 4-hour analysis. If we now drop down to the 15-minute time frame, let's see how we can get into this trade. RPOI. So we initially tapped in during a Friday New York kill zone. So I'll just mark the New York kill zone on here. Have a New York kill zone to 10:30, 10:15, that do. During a New York kill zone, and we give a nice reaction out. However, we do not break swing structure. We only take out an internal high, which gives us a continuation sell into that 4-hour order block for a deeper mitigation. This doesn't come during this comes during London kill zone, but you are bearish at the time. So if you took this sell, you'd be taking profits here and potentially taking another scale in entry sell down here following the 15-minute time frame, as there's been no shift in structure. So once we do come into this level again, you see we hit it during a New York kill zone, and we do come in for a deeper mitigation, almost down to the EQ, not quite, but a considerably deeper mitigation than the first two. And if you notice, we've run a previous session low, which is a New York session low. So there's a ton of liquidity here, sell side liquidity. We've also run a London session low. So again, a ton of liquidity here to give us our sell side liquidation, which we've had twice. And then also out of this, we get a shift in swing structure on the 15-minute time frame. So why is this a shift in swing structure and this was not? If you see here, we have low, high, and this low here does not take out this low. So what we actually have is this is internal structure, a little pullback before then running the swing low. So this would be our 15M swing leg, if that makes sense. So this would be the high that needs to go to give us a external break of structure out of the 4-hour POI. And then we do the same thing again. We give that swing, that pullback and another impulse in. We take this low here, and then once we pull back and take the low again, we have one swing leg here and a new swing leg created here, which is a very important point to differentiate between the two. So then once we do take out this high here, it is an external break of structure on this 15-minute time frame, and we can start hunting buy setups. So the question is, where are we going to be hunting buy setups from? Well, first of all, we want to denote our range. So this is our swing range, and personally, I always look to take entries from order blocks or points of interest that are located within or at least touching the lower third of the range or the higher third, respectively, if you are selling. In this instance, we're looking for buys. So personally, what I would select would be this last sell to buy range as one possible point of interest. And we do have probably something on the 5-minute time frame down here that we could consider if price does come there. So if we just play price forward, what we can see is during New York kill zone, we tap in and we give a lovely rejection out of this zone. And if we just take our premium discount tool, we can see that we have quite clearly mitigated the EQ of this range and given a substantial reaction out. So what we can do, there's one of two ways we can get into this trade. We can take an entry directly on the close of this candle and target 5R or the swing high. Now, what you can do with your stop loss placement, the reason why I'm happy to just cover this rejection candle low is because, like I mentioned, we have mitigated the EQ of this range. So I would consider this fully mitigated now, and I would not expect price to need to come and retest below this wick. Sometimes, yes, it might happen, but the probability of that happening is very, very low. So my data suggests that if we do mitigate a point of interest from the EQ, I can just cover that rejection candle wick. Of course, as well, if you wanted to, you could set a risk entry on this because it is located in the lower third, which would also give you a better entry, but you would have no confirmation before the entry. You just sort of hoping, I would say. So that's one way of getting in this trade, is you just cover that candle low. Now the other is you can wait for a little bit more confirmation. So if I play price on a little bit further, you see here that has already gone. So let me take price back. We can reasonably assume that price will come down to retest this wick. It is a massive run on liquidity, as you can see. We do take out sell side liquidity here. So you could also then set a limit here on this wick and do the same again, which would give you a nice 5R to the high, and it would give you pretty much the same entry as if you were to just take a buy here, but you do have a little bit more confirmation behind you, as you know you've had this displacement out of the lower third of the current 15M swing range, trading with the newfound trend, anticipating a higher low to be put in to give us a new higher high. So let's play price on. We tap in and we hit 5R very, very nicely. And it takes us about 2 hours and 30 minutes. You make 5% and then you're done for the day. And notice that these entries all come during New York kill zone. So I use 7 a.m. to about 10:30 a.m. New York local time, which you can see both of these entries come during that time window. And as well, another point to make is you are trading from a run on liquidity as well. So this is a liquidity point of interest. We've taken sell side liquidity here. We've hunted buy side liquidity, which would give us that swing low, that swing high being taken out. We've now put in a lower high in the, a higher low. What's this? A higher low in the market, and we're anticipating a new higher high. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you do join my Discord channel. It's absolutely free, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace and love.